Hey guys, it's Matt with MyDesigns here. In this video, I'll be showing you how to start a business on Etsy with MyDesigns selling digital products. So let's get started. So the first thing that we want to do here is create a MyDesigns account. That is, if we don't have one. You can do that by going to the MyDesigns homepage, and I'll also include a link in the description of this video. You can scroll to the bottom here and you'll see continue with the free account. So I already have an account, but you would just fill that in and then hit continue. Since I already have an account, I'm just going to log in. And then this will take us to the dashboard, and we'll get started with our designs here. But the next step we want to do is actually go to Etsy and create an account on Etsy.com. Now we're here on the Etsy homepage, and I went to sign in and then I clicked create an account. And so next up, this is the next step we would want to do is just create an Etsy account. Once again, I already have one, but this is where you would do it. And I will include another link in the description for you to sign up to Etsy. Now I've just logged into Etsy, like I said, because I already have an account. Once you do create your account, this is what your dashboard will look like inside of your shop manager. It does require you to upload one listing before you can actually integrate with MyDesigns to do the upload automation. So listings here, as you can see, I've got one listing. I don't actually have that live, and you don't have to post it live. You just have to have it as a draft, and then you'll be allowed to upload further designs with MyDesigns. So now that we have our Etsy shop created and our MyDesigns account created, the next step that we're going to take is actually linking Etsy with MyDesigns, the integration. So you can do that by going to your MyDesigns account. As you can see, I'm on the dashboard here. We're going to want to go down to settings. So we click on settings, and it's going to take us to this information here. Next, we want to go to integrations, which you can see where my mouse is here. You click connect Etsy. So when I click connect account, this is actually going to pop up. I'm already logged into Etsy here, so it's popping up my Etsy account, and it's going to tell me to grant access to MyDesigns from the Etsy account. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now it says connected, close the window and refresh the settings. So it looks like we're good to go. We'll click refresh here. And as you can see, there's a check mark now that says connected to Etsy shop at mydesigns.io. That's my account that I had just set up. So now that we have our accounts created and our accounts connected as well, the next step is going to be setting up our shop, our Etsy shop. So I'll go ahead and add a logo and a banner and everything and make it look really nice. Now I'm back on the shop over here, my Etsy shop. What we want to do is we're under shop manager. We want to go down under sales channel, and you can see Etsy here, my MyDesigns SVG shop. I'm going to click this little pencil to edit it. So as you can see, I've added a couple logos here and here. I'll show you how to do that again, just so you guys know. You click choose a file here, and then I'll choose this MyDesigns logo with the white background and save it. So it was the exact same one. I just wanted to show you how to do it. You can do the same thing here on this one by clicking that camera button. Next, we want to add a banner to this shop. So we can do that by clicking this plus button here under banner. We'll do a big banner and then click add an image. I created one here for this specific shop. It just shows the globe with the watercolor mark, and then it has MyDesigns SVG shop and shows the type of files that we'll be selling here. So now that that's there, we'll go ahead and click save. And as you can see, it's updated there. Now we've got the banner as well as our logos, and everything on the shop is looking good. One thing I forgot to mention when connecting the Etsy account is you actually have to connect to Etsy here, and then there's another button which you can't see that's located where my mouse is, where it says connected to MD SVG shop. There's a connect button here that I didn't show you guys in the video, and I did it off screen. There's no way to disconnect it now, so I can't show you, so I just wanted to go over that there. The reason why you have to connect it here is this connects to your main account, and then this connects to your actual shop. The reason there's two separate ones is because you can have multiple shops on your Etsy account. So for instance, if we had one that was very niche specific shop that we didn't want to upload, you know, just general designs into, we would create another shop, and we could connect those here, and then when we're uploading to Etsy, we can choose which shop that we'd like to upload to. So for this example, I'm just going to use one shop, and it is connected. I just wanted to let you guys know. So our next step is going to be creating a collection, and we can do that by going to the listings tab here. And then under listings, you'll see that there's home. We want to click this, and then you'll see that there's a button over here, a plus button. We'll click that to create a new one. We're going to name this one. It allows us to actually choose what we nested under, which is the only thing we have available collection wise is home, so it's going to nest under that. It allows us to click a template that we would like to install. Obviously for this one, we would like the Etsy digital template because that's what we're doing here. This collection name, we'll go ahead and name it camping, as I've got well, nature/camping, as that's what my designs are based around. So then you click create collection, excuse me, and as you can see, now we have nature/camping collection, and this is where we'd like to store our designs. Now you can even go further if you would like to nest underneath this one. Say for instance that we were uploading this, let's say we wanted to base it by year. We could name the collection 2022, create collection, and now we've got one underneath here. So we'll click into that. The next step is to actually upload the designs. You can do that by going to the upload tab over here, or if your collection's empty, it will just show a button that says upload design in the middle. So we'll click that. We do have the ability for you to drag and drop, or you can click and select out of your files. So these are the ones I'm going to be using as examples. As you can see, you can preview them before you upload them. These are AI files, SVG files, so it doesn't actually show you an image here. PNGs and most other ones will. So now that we look at these, they look all good. One thing I do want to highlight the importance of is we have a variable system that allows you to use essentially the names of your files. You can do it other ways, but if you name the file your main keyword, you know, that it revolves around, this image is a pair of sunglasses, that's why it's named sunglasses, and we can pull that data to use as a variable. So it's really important that you name your files the main keyword of what your design is going to be. So now we'll just click upload designs, and this works fairly quick. You can see the circle here and then the bar on the top showing that it's working. The check mark will show that it's done, and once all these are done, we'll just click upload again. Okay, and now that our designs are uploaded, the next step is going to be to start populating all of this data, you know, the title, the tags, the description. I'm not going to go into too much detail with this. I just want to put some generic things in here so that I can give you guys an example. Obviously, if I was being serious about these listings, I would want to do some research on the tags and the title for keywords, etc. But this, like I said, this specific template is designed for Etsy. So you've got your listing that has your title, your tags, your description, inventory and pricing. Price I'll probably set at $149 and quantity at $9.99. And then keywords, you've got your primary keyword, secondary keyword, and then I actually added this one to this template. It's called tags data. I use this keyword to pull tags. And I'm going to just use what the file is named right here. So first, I think I want to go ahead and fill out the price and the quantity. We can do that by going up to Edit Template, Inventory and Pricing. And for here, we're going to go $149 for them all, and quantity, like I said, is going to be $9.99. Now, we're going to want to click Save Changes, and we want to actually update the template and designs so that this is on every single one of them in this collection. And now you'll see when I go over to inventory and pricing, it shows $1.49 and $9.99, and we can actually view that on all of these, and you can see that it did it on all 11 designs inside of this collection. So next we're going to want to do the keywords. As you can see, like I said, we got primary and secondary keywords and then the tags data. For the primary keyword, well, first of all, we want to make sure that we have all of the designs inside of this collection selected so that we can populate all of them at once instead of having to do it individually. So we would want to go up here to the top left corner where you see I have 11 designs in this collection, and we want to select all. So now you can see I have 11 out of 11 designs selected, and that blue check mark above each one shows that it's selected. Next we'll go to more actions and we'll go to edit, and then we want to go edit the primary keyword, as that's what we're doing. We'll add to the front, and since it's an empty field, and the primary keyword I want to just be the file types that we'll be selling here. So I want to do SVG, PNG, PDF, and EPS. And then we can go ahead and click update 11 listings. As you can see, it says 11. It shows you how many it's going to change. You're about to update 11 listings. Continue, and yes. So now if we go look at the keywords here, you'll see that the primary keyword under every one of these designs has that there. So the next one would be to do the same thing. Make sure we have all the designs selected. We'll go to edit. This time we're doing secondary keyword, and I just want the secondary keyword to say instant download. And I'll be using this secondary keyword on my mockups. I'll show you guys that in a bit. It does actually show you a preview, by the way, too, below. It shows a sample listing of what it would look like. So this just says instant download, and it shows the hand pointing a secondary keyword, as that's the field up here that we're changing. So we'll click update on that one, and then I'll show you guys on all of them. It now says instant download. And next we'll do the tags data. So we will do this the same way. Once again, we'll go to more actions, edit, and this time we'll just select tags data. So we need to not get it confused. We have one named tags under the listing. That's going to be our actual tags. This is just the data that we want to use to pull tags from. So we'll select tags data, add to front, and then here we're going to use a variable. So we want to make sure that we click into this field, and then in the bottom right corner here you'll see add variable. So I'll click add variable. You don't have to do this part, by the way. I just think it makes it easier to do all your tags, because then you have a variable to pull from. And now that we have that variable there, we're going to select what the variable actually is. As you can see, it's just named bar1, and then we're going to pull from the application, which is just our file details, primary, and the file name. That's what we want this to be. So as you can see, it gives us a preview of what it is. It just says bird because that listing is named bird. So we'll click update 11 listings and click yes. So now if I go click into all these keywords, you'll see tags data has bird, camera, knife, mushroom, net. And the cool thing about having collections that are set up properly with variables like this is if we had let's say a very niche specific collection, like this one is kind of niche specific. It's related to nature and camping, but not entirely niche specific. So we could eventually, once this is all set up properly, just drag and drop extra designs in here or upload extra designs, and all of this information would auto-populate on the new designs that you're adding into this collection. So it's really powerful if it's done correctly. And you know, I'll be showing more things you can do along the way that can help you with that as well. So now that we've got our keywords all set up and our inventory and pricing all set up, we want to jump over to the listing. I'm going to just do some generic stuff here. For the title, I'm just going to say, you know, actually, we're going to want to edit this again here, and we're going to go title this time. We want add to front, and I actually do want to use another variable here. We're going to just do the exact same thing I did where we're pulling the file name, and it's going to show you on the title now that it says bird. So we can actually add to this title as well. We want to say something along the lines of nature, camping, SVG, PNG, PDF, and EPS. And then we'll do a line break or something like that, and then we'll just say clip art, graphic. These are words that, you know, someone might search for when they're looking for an SVG file to download, or, you know, a PNG or PDF. But a graphic, clip art, and instant download are just keywords. Like I said, these are just generic. If you're going to, you know, seriously upload to Etsy, and create a shop, you're going to want to do a lot of research on the keywords that you're using. So this is just kind of a generic one. As you can see, it now says bird, nature, camping, SVG, PNG, PDF, and there's the preview once again. So we'll click update 11 listings. Now remember, this variable that we added here is going to be different for every single listing. So we'll click yes, and then I'll show another example. So as you can see, this says camera. The nature camping doesn't really go along with the camera too good, but you know, like I said, it's just an example. Knife, mushroom, net, and so on. So the next thing we're going to want to do is jump into the description, and we're going to do that the same way we just did the title. We're going to go to more actions, edit. We're going to select description this time and add to front. I have a generic description here. I'm just going to paste into the field here. And then I have these brackets everywhere where I want my variable to be. So for this first one, we're just going to go ahead and erase that. And then at the bottom, as you can see here, we can hit add variable. Right now, it adds it to the end of the text. This will be updated in the future, but this is just one of the bugs that we need to fix now to where it will place wherever you have your cursor. But we're just going to copy variable 1 and we're going to put it where we want it, paste it here with the space, and then we're going to make sure that we're pulling from the app. Once again, file details, file name, and then we should get a preview here. As you can see, now I updated that to say bird, and it's going to show, it shows the preview as the first file that's selected. So as you can see behind this, our bird file is the one that's selected, but it will do it for all of the designs in this collection or all of the ones that we have selected. So next we want to go find the next place we want the variable, and we're just going to add another one here. And it looks like we actually need to create a new variable if we're using it twice. So we'll go ahead and just delete that here, and then we'll go ahead and add another variable, and it's going to be variable 2 this time. And then once again, we go to the bottom, and then we'll place that one here, I believe is where it was. Now we need to once again make sure that we filled this right or mapped this variable right. So we're going to go app again, and we're just going to do the exact same thing. So it's pulling from the file name. So now you can see it updated in the preview to say by purchasing these bird files, you will receive a zip that you can extract that contains the below file types. Anyways, so we want to do, I believe, one more variable that's going to be right here. So we'll go ahead and click add a variable again, and now we'll take variable 3. We'll copy and paste it here. And now if we go down, we should be able to see, oh, we haven't mapped it yet. So that's why this is important here. So we want to make sure we go app, file details, and then the name. And as you can see, right after we did that, it populated to say this bird clip art file. So it looks like we're good to go there on the description. This description just gives basically a roadmap on how to download these files. So anytime you upload files to Etsy through MyDesigns, it's going to create a zip file, and then it's going to give them a README file when they purchase yours that they can open, and then they'll just copy paste the link into Google, and it will take them, or you know, whatever browser they're using, and it will take them directly to download these files. So it's really simple, but you want to explain that in your description so that people don't get confused about it. So we'll go ahead and update these listings, and then we'll just make sure that they're right. Looks like we've got our variable there, and variable there. So now we want to make sure that, yep, as you can see, it has camera on these ones and bird on these ones, and then so on. It's going to have that for all of these file types. Next, we'll jump into the tags, and that should be the last thing we do before we get into mockups. So one thing I want to show you guys before I populate these tags filled is you can actually go into the template. Let me go back so I can show you. Edit template in the top right corner here. This will edit the entire template of this collection, so all the designs will be affected by it. I want to go to edit template, and I'm going to go to the tags field we have here. So if I click into this pencil where I can edit the field, and it shows just the name here, but if we click advanced settings, you'll see that we have tag limits and minimum characters and maximum. So this already looks like it's populated perfectly. So this will only allow us to add 13 tags to this field. That is the max number that Etsy will allow you to have per listing. So the maximum amount of characters that Etsy allows per tag as well is 20, and I believe that the minimum is 3. So we'll just change that one, and it looks like everything else is good to go, and then we'll click update field. We'll save the changes and update the template, and then now we should be good to go. So when we add tags here through our tags generator, it will not do more than 13 tags, and it will not do tags with more than 20 characters or less than 3 characters. So it's really useful if we do that ahead of time, so that we don't have problems when we're uploading saying that, you know, we have a tag too long, or we have a tag too short, or you know, we have too many tags. So next we'll just go to more actions, and we're going to actually use the bulk tags generator here. We have all of our designs selected, so it's going to do it on all 11 of these. So we'll click bulk tags, and provider, this is where it will pull the tags from. We have a couple different platforms here. We're not uploading these to Redbubble, we're doing it to Etsy, so we're going to want to use Etsy here so that it'll give us the best data. The keyword that we're going to be using, this is why I set up the tags data earlier in this video. So we'll select tags data here, and what it does is it just has the name of the listing. And then we want this to be populated under tags, which is that our only option is tags, because this is set up as an actual tags field, not a text field. And I'll show you what it looks like here. Tags limit, looks like we can change that here. We'll just do 13, as like I said, that's the max. And then we'll click generate tags and then continue. So down here under active jobs, you can see it says 11 designs in queue, and it tells you bulk tags. That's the job that it's doing right now. That should work pretty quick. While it's working, I'll go ahead and explain a couple things. So with these tags, you know, usually you'd want to go do some research, just like with the title and description, and make sure you're using proper tags, or tags that are going to bring more people to your listing. But just for these examples, I'm just going to use whatever it pulls here. Normally I would go through and, you know, to get rid of a couple and add a couple of different ones that I would like, that I think would do better. But like I said, we'll just use whatever it pulls for this example and not get into too much detail. I don't want the video to be even longer than it is. So it looks like we just have one design left, and then it should populate this data, and I'll go through and show you what it looks like. Alright, and now it looks like that's finished. So as you can see, it populated based off of the keyword that we told it to pull from. And like I said, you know, these might not be the best, but we're just going to go ahead and continue. So now that we have all of our data populated for all these fields, inventory, pricing's good, listings all good. Next, we're going to want to generate some mockups that we're actually going to use, you know, so that these designs look a lot nicer than they are. We can do that by going to more actions, mockups. And once again, make sure you have all of the designs selected. As you can see, it says 11. So we got a bunch of different options here. For this first one, I think I'm going to want to use digital. Go to the digital option here, and then we've got a bunch of ones that look pretty good. Let's go ahead and use this one as our first example. And then right here, it's going to tell you the read image slot. So that means which file is it going to pull to generate this mockup. For this example, it's just going to be the primary. The right image slot too is where it's going to essentially create this mockup. We have mockup 1 already created, so we're going to select that. And then we want underneath this, so it shows primary keyword, and we can map this however we'd like. This is why we set up this data over here. So we're going to just click primary keyword. We can even change the color of this if we'd like. For now, I'll leave it black, and we'll see how it looks. For the secondary keyword, we'll just select right here, secondary keyword. What this is going to do, you know, we'll create mockups first, and then I'll explain it a little more. So this is the background color, and then you can also change the color of the text if you would like. I'm going to leave everything as it is, and then we'll click generate preview here before we actually create the mockups, so that we can make sure that it looks good. And I think that actually does look really good. So as you can see, it shows our image that we're selling, has a really nice looking background, and then it shows our file types that we're going to be selling on this particular one, and then it says instant download. So I like how that looks. We're going to go ahead and just use this one as one of them, and then we'll click create mockups. And then like with the tags, the bulk tags we just did under active jobs, you can see that it's working here. 10 designs left, it just got done doing one. All right, and that finished really quick. So now that that's done, as you can see in the second slot, right here where my mouse is, that's where it put the mockups. We can actually sort and look at this by going to mockup 1, and it will change all of these to look at it on the side here. And then we can also look at it in a grid view so that we can make sure that those look nice and are how we want them. And I think those look really good as exactly how they are. We are going to want to create one more mockup, as we want you know, a couple different images that people are going to see that they like. So we can do that once again by going to more actions. But first I want to show, so as you can see, SVG, PNG, PDF, and EPS. If I go back to the actual listing here, you can see, or I want to show you under keywords, this is where we're pulling that data from. So when you saw me creating those mockups and I selected primary keyword, it's pulling this data here, and then secondary keyword was instant download. So I'll show you now again on this next mockup a better example. So for this next one, let's go ahead and use we could do a sticker, or maybe we could do a mug or something like that. So maybe we'll use this one, and we'll do the design as white again, and let's just click generate preview. And I apologize, we can't map the fields on a mug because it's not showing the keywords underneath it, like the last one, for instance. Like I said, with the digitals, it shows our primary and secondary keyword underneath the image. But I do like that, you know, how it looks on a mug there too. So we'll go back to that, select it again, and then we have to make sure we map it. That's why it won't let us click generate. This time we want to put it in mockup 2 file slot, and then we'll hit create mockups and wait for those jobs to get done. All right, and now that those are done, we'll go ahead and look at them again in this grid view to make sure that they all look good and how we want them. So I think those look really nice again on that mug. You know, you could do as many mockups as you wanted, and you could show those on your Etsy store if you'd like to, but just for this example, I'm only going to use those two. So now that we have everything created, we've got our mockups done, our data populated, our pricing and inventory all set. Now we're ready to upload these files to Etsy. So the way that we can upload these files is we go up to publish here. Right next to more actions, you see publish. And earlier, like I showed you guys, we connected our shop. So this is already connected. As you can see, it says digital and platforms Etsy. So we'll click that. For this, we want to convert files to various file types because we're selling more than just the SVG. So we'll click this, and then it gives us the file types that we can convert these to. And MyDesigns will actually do this for you in a zip file. All I have uploaded is an SVG file. It's going to convert the SVG to all the other file types I'm selling. And I believe I'm selling all of these but DXF and a JPEG. So PNG, SVG, EPS, and PDF are all selected. The file slot from which you want to sell the digital asset was the primary file that we had. The other ones that we created are just the mockups. So now we'll hit next step. Category is art and collectibles and drawing and illustration. You can change this if you'd like, but this is where I put all of my digital assets. So we'll go next step. Now this is mockups here. So this says select the mockups you want to be published. We want mockup 1 and mockup 2. We have the option to make whatever one we want our primary. As you can see, that says primary selected. We can click that if we'd like. We don't want the mug as the primary though, so I'll go back to this one, and it looks like everything's good to go. We actually have the option for you to add a watermark here too if you would like to, so that people can't steal your digital assets. So I'm going to do this to show you guys. Just click add watermark, and then we can put whatever we want there. The name of the shop is MD SVG shop, which MD stands for MyDesigns. So we're going to put that watermark on all of these files. We'll go next step now. And now this is where we can map all of our data, and it's auto-populated correctly already because we used an Etsy template. So title here Description looks like it's good to go. Tags good to go. Inventory and pricing. Price is set at $149. Quantity at $9.99. So we're all good to go here. It also shows us what our listing looks like. This is the primary file, or image rather, that people are going to see. And then this mug down here will be a secondary option that they can click to see how it looks on a mug. So now we'll hit next step, and now it just shows us that a preview of how the listings are going to look. So you can see here we've got our titles right, our descriptions, and our tags. It looks like everything is mapped out perfectly. So we'll go ahead and publish these now. So if you had multiple shops, you could select the shop you wanted to post it to here on this drop down. We only have the MyDesigns SVG shop on that account, so that's what we'll be posting to. And now that we've reviewed all of our data and everything looks good, we'll go ahead and click publish. And it shows that once again under active jobs, it's uploading them to Etsy. And now that those designs are done uploading to Etsy, on each individual design, if you look here where my mouse is under publications, you see the one there. You can click on this and it actually gives you a link to the listing on Etsy. So if we were to click into that, it actually would say that it's not available, and that is because we do not have it live yet. Like I said, these just post as a draft. So now I'll jump over to Etsy and show you guys what it looks like there. So we're on the dashboard page of our Etsy shop. Where we want to go is to the listings tab here on the left side menu. So we'll click into that. As you can see, all that's here is the original design that we had to individually upload. But if you look on the right hand side here where my mouse is, under draft, you'll see that there are 11 designs. So if we click into that, we can publish these all by just selecting all 11 of them. As you can see, there are watermarks behind these 4 designs on top. I wanted to show you guys what it looked like with the watermarks and without, so I created a couple of these listings without it. But once we get to this point, if we want to post these live to Etsy, we have to select them all and then click publish. The reason that we do that with MyDesigns is because Etsy charges 20 cents per listing. So we don't want you to just click publish and get charged for the 11 designs. We want you to actually have to go into Etsy and do it yourself. If we were to click publish, you can see here it shows 20 cents times 11. So it costs us $2.20 to publish those. I am not going to do that. I just wanted to show you guys how to do it, not for these particular designs. So I'll go ahead and click cancel there, but this is what it looks like on Etsy. Now that you've seen what the final product listing looks like on Etsy, I want to show you what it will look like on MyDesigns. So under publications, as you can see with the link there, you can actually click download zip. Now this zip file is what they will receive, and this is what it will look like when so it'll give them a text document, and then it will give them a link that they can post in or paste into their browser, and then it will bring them to this page here, and it starts the download automatically. And then let me open up the file. As you can see here, you've got your original SVG file and then the 4 converted types. So there's 2 SVG files, and that is because I had selected SVG as one of the options. If you don't want to do that and your original is an SVG, just don't select SVG as an option. But this is what an actual paying customer would receive, is all these different file types that we had selected. So that should do it for this video, guys. I hope that this was useful information. If you did like the video, make sure you comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future MyDesigns content. And once again, I'll go ahead and post a link to create an account on Etsy and to create an account on MyDesigns in the description below.